they're not far right at all. This is a process of delegitimization, and this is a long-term tactic of both the new left and the progressive left, which are now today translated into the globalist elite. It suits, they don't want anyone who challenges what they say, and they don't want to open up a debate about it. So tactic number one is they delegitimize it by calling it far right. That already is a full spectrum between left and right, because if you go back even to 1990, you'll find a lot of old Labour firmly believed in family values. I mean, one of the last great intellectual Labour academics, Shelley Halsey, was fighting that battle to his end. He believed that the family was actually the basis of socialism. It was from basic family values, a mother and a father and marriage, that socialism extended into the community. So first of all, this is a very false tactical thing, and unfortunately the media follow on and have done for a long time, and it's a big win for the progressive left, and it's a way of demonising people who disagree with them.
The globalists and the so-called progressive left, which I think is communism in disguise, they don't believe in the individual, do they, Kathy? They don't believe in the nation, they don't believe in family, they don't believe in faith.
They believe in a very false set of identities. They believe in victim identities, and it suits them very well to have an atomised society where people aren't married and can't rely on each other and can't rely on an extended family network, who become very dependent on the state because they're so isolated. Then they're easier to manage, they're easier to indoctrinate, and they're simply easier to tell what to do. And the interesting thing is about the people like Meloni, they don't want to dominate society and tell everyone what they want to do. In fact, the traditionally communistic and fascistic thing that they falsely relate Giorgio Meloni with are the ones who want to dominate society with their values. That's Ursula von Leyen, who says, what did she say, von der Leyen? We've got methods, we've got tools to deal with it if this woman gets in. What an extraordinary thing to say.
That's right, if it goes in a difficult direction, in other words, a democratic result. Does this turn the corner in the battle against woke, Kathy?
Well, it might do. What's really rather wonderful about Giorgio Meloni, and actually some of her views and values are sort of all over the place, like most of us are. We've all got a bit of left and right in us.
Of course.
We all believe that the state should do this or not do this. We've all got different views about exactly what the state's responsibilities are, what should be left to the family, what should be the family's responsibilities. But she's incredibly courageous. She does what, I don't know whether you know a man called Ben Shapiro.
Of course, great American commentator.
And he gave your 12 rules for taking on the left, and one of them, the first one I can remember, is walking towards the fire. She walks towards the fire. She says, why do they call it embarrassing to talk about the family? What's embarrassing is talking about abortion of a baby at 9 months. And oh, by God, is she right? That is seriously embarrassing. So she's switching the agenda. She's turning the tables on them. And I think if she can do that, she's much more appealing than somebody like Viktor Orban. I think the fact that she's a woman actually genuinely helps. She's not a feminist, but she believes in meritocracy. She doesn't believe that women shouldn't not work, but she believes they should do it on their merit, and that there should be freedom of choice for how a woman and a mother is. I think she's terrific.